Hello, Bill here. I know that doesn't mean much to anybody, but let me tell you what does mean something. I've been reading and studying and meditating on some books of the Bible that aren't often spoken about from the pulpit, but I've been seeing more of it here lately. I think our 250th anniversary of our country makes a lot of the things in Old Testament prophecies like Ezekiel and Hosea kind of come to life in the present day. Not necessarily because it mentions something that's America specifically, but there are a lot of parallels in the history of Israel as God's chosen people and chosen nation and the United States of America. A lot of the things that caused Israel's downfall are happening in America now. God removed its blessing from Israel for periods of time because of their sinfulness and their, not necessarily their sinfulness, but they replaced God with idols. They didn't atone for sin even when they realized they had committed it. And they basically didn't care anymore. And when God would send them prophets and messengers, they would mock them and sometimes do physical harm to them and even kill them. They certainly didn't heed them. But these faithful prophets had a job to do, and that job was to try to help Israel and Judah and all Israelites see that God still loved them and he still had a desire for them, and he would try to redirect their mistakes and shortcomings to come back to return to God instead of turning to make allies with other nations. Even the demand of the Israelites to have a king like other nations was hurtful to God, but he gave them that. And those kings were humans, and some of them made terrible mistakes, even the better ones. King David, for example. Not perfect men, but faithful followers of God. And they returned to God, and God blessed them. That's sort of what this country is facing today. What are we going to do about it? I'll discuss it more later. I'm still just scratching the surface on this, but I just felt the need to share some correlations between Israel and the Old Testament and the United States of America today.